Gym membership acquired. Fresh new workout gear laid out on your bed like it's your first day of school. Brand new pair of Chucks laced up. You start the year high on that fit life, but it all comes crashing down when you get hurt or can't break through a plateau. Want to reverse the trend? Learn what a MEP is and how you can use it to improve your fitness process. Last week in our first installment of Whiteboard Wednesday, we introduced some basic info on the MYZONE system and MEPs. The MYZONE is our heart rate monitor of choice at Results Driven. MEPs are MYZONE Effort Points. Before we go any deeper into how to use the MYZONE system, we want to make sure you understand why it's important. I just painted the picture of a typical New Year's fitness experience. Good intentions and higher motivation after the first of the year typically result in your fitness dreams coming crashing down before you transform into you 2.0. Why the hell does this happen? One of the main reasons is people let their motivation outweigh their current movement ability and work capacity. Most people start off January more deconditioned than they would like to be. We need you to do enough work to get the results you want, but more isn't necessarily better. Go big or go home, bro. Don't listen to that guy. Now that you understand the goal, let's get back to the MEPs. You earn a certain amount of points per minute spent in each zone. We recommend that most people land within 110 to 150 MEPs in most total body strength workouts that last about 50 minutes. This workload for most people is enough to get the results they're looking for while still allowing for adequate recovery, crushing goals and staying safe. Now, we don't want you to be sitting there with your visor on calculating every last MEP. Instead, simply know when to work and when to rest. When there are points associated with anything, it's easy to think that a high score is the goal. We would rather you look at MEPs more like blackjack. You want to have enough points without going over. More of a Price is Right fan? We're cool with that, as long as you're talking about Bob Barker. No offense, Drew. As you get into the resistance training section of your workouts, we recommend that you rest until blue for most lower body movements and new skills. Whether you're performing a more complex movement, meaning more joints are involved, or a new skill, waiting until you're adequately recovered makes sure the movement is safe and make sure that minor tweaks in movement will actually result in improved skill. Resting until the green zone is typically enough for most upper body movements, unless you have a shoulder mobility or motor control restriction. Pay attention to your MYZONE. Overhead work may elevate your heart rate really quickly. If that's the case, then wait until blue before all movements during strength training. Just because we aren't trying to max out your MEPs every workout doesn't mean we need to be scared of the yellow and red zones. If you're doing cardiac output training, a specific heart rate protocol that helps lower your resting heart rate and build a strong conditioning foundation, then you should stop when you see the yellow. Otherwise, let the skill you are performing dictate when you should stop. Safety and skill development are the priority, so make sure you're maintaining alignment with integrity under load and using appropriate breathing techniques for that skill. Stop with 1 or 2 reps left in the tank and you'll ensure you don't accidentally go too far. Trainer, blah, blah. Translation for all the normies out there. Make sure you maintain good form and stop before the form breaks down. If that means you're still working in the yellow or red zones, rock on. Just rest adequately before you move on to the next move. Why didn't he just say that? The secret sauce of workout density is quick transitions and approaching recovery with the same attention to detail as your actual movements. Just make sure you're super careful about your first and last rep of every movement. Don't rush them, but once the weight is safely returned to the starting position, just move with purpose to your next exercise. As soon as you finish your last squat and park the sandbag or kettlebell, move to where you're going to perform your inverted rows. This way, when the heart rate returns to blue or green, you're ready to go. Want to take it to the next level? Learn to recover faster. First step is just mindful breathing. Learn to control your breath and ignore distractions and your heart rate will recover faster. Faster recovery equals more work. More work done the right way equals a more effective workout and better results. If you notice your heart rate doesn't recover as fast as you'd like, then you may need to test your resting heart rate. A resting heart rate above 60 beats per minute is a good predictor your heart rate won't recover as quickly as you'd like during exercise. I mentioned cardiac output training earlier. You can get really specific with different types of conditioning protocols, but this one is super simple. As soon as you see the yellow, rest. Once you see the blue, start working again. If you notice your heart rate spikes to yellow too quickly, rest until 60%, the bottom end of the blue range. Maintain work in this heart rate zone for 30+ minutes. Retest your resting heart rate periodically just to see how your body's responding to this protocol. Cool, this is all good, but I don't have a MYZONE. Thanks, bro. We can solve this one of 2 ways. 1, buy a MYZONE. They retail for $149, but they're on sale at RD for $99. You're investing your time, energy, and money in a gym membership that you're expecting to help you reach your goals. I personally would rather spend a few extra bucks to ensure I'm getting the desired effect in my workouts. In other words, spend a little more to protect your investment. 2, if it's not in your budget to get a MYZONE, pay attention to breathing. Rather than waiting until you return to a certain heart rate, rest until your breathing returns to normal before you start your next movement. Understanding MEPs essentially comes down to knowing when to work and when to rest. That's not the most complicated training concept, so it can seem underwhelming. Fortunately, there aren't many advanced techniques necessary to complete your metamorphosis into you 2.0. Own the fundamentals consistently and you'll win over time. All right, friends, episode 2 of Whiteboard Wednesday is a wrap. Thank you for hanging out with me. Are we hanging out? I don't really have any friends, so I'm not really sure how this works. Check back next Wednesday as we dive into the effect different positions of the developmental sequence can have on your heart rate. Please take a minute to like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow us on all the social media things. Miss you already. I am going to do great. You. Refurbished. Get your MYZONEs here. Cool. This is all good, but I don't have a MYZONE. Want to say more than one sentence in a row? You can't because you're stupid.
You can do that.
These are other lies. Fake news. Fuck you. Kelly, can you shave your head and finish this? Whiteboard Wednesday, take 99. Unless you have a shoulder mo. Unless you got one of them shoulder mows, you got yourself a shoulder mow down, sell at Walmart. Line. Yeah, I'm happy. Woo! Happy. Woohoo! I can't work under these conditions.